Welcome back to Wittenberg Academy's Greek 1 course. This is the last lesson in Greek 1, lesson 14, which begins on page 47 of Gleason's Greek Primer. Palatal and labial stems of the consonant declension. The third, or consonant declension, includes all nouns not belonging to the other two. The stem usually ends in a consonant, but there are a few vowel or diphthong stems. So here you see examples for ha phulax, he diorux, and ha klops. And so look at the endings. There in the fourth column, they give you the endings. So the ending of the nominative is a sigma, or it's nothing. Of the genitive, it's os. Of the dative, it's e. Of the accusative, it's a or in. And we're not bothering with the vocative. The nominative plural s, genitive on, dative c, and accusative os. So sasina esonsanas is how I learned that. You can learn it any way you like, but you need to memorize these endings just like all the other endings. And then for those of you who've had Latin in the past, he helpfully shows you the third declension from Latin, which is also very similar. Down at the bottom, point 2, observe that in the nominative singular and dative plural, sigma is combined with the final mute to form xi or psi. A labial mute, that is a letter formed with your lips, p, beta, phi, plus sigma gives psi. A palatal or a guttural, a consonant formed in the back of your throat, kappa, gamma, xi, chi, gives xi. So that would be something to add to a note card, that p, beta, and phi plus sigma equals psi, and kappa, gamma, or chi plus sigma gives xi. Observe that in this declension also the accent remains as far as possible on the syllable on which it stands in the nominative singular. But monosyllables, as klops, accent the ultima, the last syllable, and the genitive and dative of all numbers, on and oin, are circumflexed. So again, the general rule is, for noun accent, you'll recall, the accent wants to stay where it is in the nominative singular, except when the last syllable goes long, then the accent becomes an acute accent on the second last syllable. That's a good rule of thumb to keep with. All right, some vocabulary. He diorux, tes diorruchas. Okay. He diorux, that's the nominative, and then they give you the genitive. Tes diorruchas is a canal. Ta ergon is a work, a task. Ha thrax, tu thrakas, that's a Thracian. Ha kerux, tu kerukas is a herald. Kerukas, excuse me. Ha klops, tu klopas is a robber. Ha or he, partridge, masculine or feminine partridge. Ha perdix, tu perdikas. He phalanx, tes phalangas. So that's the line of battle, the phalanx, the famous Greek phalanx. Ha phulax, tu phulakas, that's a guard. And then some adjectives, hikastas is each. Emas is my or mine. Pistos is faithful. And another adjective, phradios is easy. Phradios. And pro is a preposition with a genitive, meaning in front of or before. So you do need to make a new paradigm card for your third declension endings here. I'd make a paradigm of like phulax, as well as a paradigm card of just the endings, and obviously vocabulary cards. And then once you feel you got that under control, come back and try the translation, start the tape again, and here are the corrections. Misthon himron deca hekasto ton thrakon pempse. Miston hemeron deca hekasto ton thrakon pemse. So our verb is pemse, he, she, or it will send. What will he, she, or it send? Something in the accusative. He will send the wage, hemeron deca, of 10 days, to, dative, to each of the Thracians. Sentence 2. Astrateoka gar palus parasangas diateston palamion koras. Astrateoka gar palus parasangas diateston palamio horas. Okay, our main verb is astrateoka. We know that that is imperfect. It's first person singular. For I have waged war, and then here's accusative of extent of space, for many parasanges, through the lands of the enemies. 3. Enteuthen de hoikerukas egagan tas epistolas paraton strategan. Enteuthen de hoikerukas egagan tas epistolas paraton strategan. So our main verb, egagan, that's our irregular aorist from ago. So they led. Who led? Hoi kerukas, the heralds. For from there, or but from there, the heralds led or brought the epistles, the letters, to the general. 4. Tis, O kerux, axe tain phalanga. Tis, O kerux, axe tain phalanga. Who, O herald, will lead the battle line? And 5. Ectates skenes effugen ha peltastes paratain dioruka. Ectates skenes effugen ha peltastes paratain dioruka. So where is the main verb? Effugen. He, she, or it fled. Who fled? Ha peltastes. So the peltast fled. Where did he flee? Ectates skenes. Out of the tent. So out of the tent, the peltast fled paratain dioruka, along the river, or the ditch, along the ditch. 6. Paradite dioruki hoi pistoi fulakas eminan. Paradite dioruki hoi pistoi fulakas eminan. Our verb is eminan. That's imperfect tense from, it's imperfect from meno, to remain. So he, she, or it, or excuse me, they were remaining. Who were remaining? Hoi pistoi fulakes. That's what's in the nominative. So notice there, pistoi modifies fulakes. So pistoi has normal second declension endings. Fulakes has third declension endings. But both of those endings are nominative, plural, masculine. So that adjective is agreeing with the noun it modifies. So not always will the endings look the same or be spelled the same. What is important is that they agree in number, gender, and case. So the faithful guards were remaining paradite dioruki, by the ditch, at the ditch. 7. Hoide nianiai athereosan perdikas into pedio. Hoide nianiai athereosan perdikas into pedio. But the young men, what were they doing? Or rather, what action had they completed? Because this is an aorist. They hunted. So the young men hunted partridges in the plain. 8. Apede pro ton oikion esan, klopes herpasan ta hapla. Apede pro ton oikion esan, klopes herpasan ta hapla. But since they were in front of the houses, the thieves, klopes, thieves stole or snatched the arms, the implements of war. 9. Ugar hradion ein ergon diokein tous palamius. Ugar hradion ein ergon diokein tous palamius. For not easy was the work, right, the first part. For not easy was the work to pursue the enemies. So in English we would say pursuing the enemies was not an easy task. They use the infinitive in Greek. To pursue the enemies was not an easy task. 10. Eidikaius namus ekusi koloseke. Eidikaius namus ekusi koloseke. If they have just laws, it is well. So there again is your general condition, or rather a particular condition. So it takes the indicative mood plus a as the word meaning if. All right, in the protasis. Well, that does it for Greek 1, these 14 chapters. Obviously, you need to know all your forms very well. Basically, anything that you've been tested on in the quizzes so far can show up in the final. So hit those forms hard and vocabulary hard, and you will be ready to take that and excel.